Hi, Lena, back again. We just won another challenge. I feel like I've been really crushing it in the challenges. It's just something I was worried about, is that I would be dead weight. But I don't think that's true. I'm also trying not to be too aggressive so that people think I'm like, too much of a threat. Yeah, that was good. I was worried if we were going to tribal. I think our last vote threw some lines in the sand, and I really, really want to work with Brian, but I don't think he trusts me anymore. I feel like I'm going to have to do some making up with that, and I'm really nervous about that. There was a group of 4 that was chit-chatting. I just want to make sure I'm in on that 5. It was Alex, Ryan, Natalie, and Danny, and I like all of them. I would love to work with all of them. So if that's the 5, and then we have 3 on the outs, I think that would be ideal for my game. But if I'm one of the people on the outs, and there's another person for the 5th that they're bringing in, then I'm a little worried. So I really want to work with them, and I really want to put myself in a position where they can trust me. I think Ryan doesn't trust me right now. He doesn't trust because of the Josh vote, and I barely had time to talk to him, and I said, I'm going to vote wherever you want to vote, and he was like, I'm 50-50 Josh Meredith, and I said, I'm looking for a home, I really want to make a solid connection with people, and he's like, you already have solid connections, I don't know why you would leave me. So I think he's just a little hurt. He feels like I've lied to him, which I haven't. Yeah, so if he's the one to send me out, I'm gonna be really sad and really mad because I was really wanting to work with him. But we'll see. I feel really good about my connection with Alex, and I'm hoping that he will keep me looped in on whatever's going on. Yeah, so I was feeling a little good until about 10 minutes ago, but gotta keep working, and I like to work.
Perfect. All right, yeah, you could send whoever back here.
Okay.
They lost Carrie. They didn't lose Amanda. So I think it'll be interesting to have Amanda for them to work with. Sorry, I just want to be able to talk and not feel like they have to whisper. We can just go right here in the shade. This is fine. I don't want you to be in the sun. Okay, you can send the lock. Yeah. All right, you know the drill. This one could be quick, short, whatever. Just obviously talk about maybe since the last tribal, what happened, how you thought that vote went, what would have happened if you lost today, idols, swaps, merges, anything. Okay. All right, 1, 2, 3, go.
But now I don't know where I stand with Josh at all because of these things he's been saying. He was kind of didn't give me a ton of information one way or the other, it felt like. So I was trying to get as close to finding out if he knew the plan and if he was okay with it without actually telling him. So I'm going to have to do some. I've done a little damage control there, but I really want to make sure that I re-solidify that because he's my number 1 right now. I also feel super close with Elena, and I know she's done a little damage control with Ryan. And then I just had a super great talk with Natalie, where she was like, I feel like I can trust you a lot. So we haven't had a chance to talk yet, so I'm pretty yeah, I feel super tight with you. I'm like, okay, dope. And then, because I feel like the 4 of us feel the most level-headed about strategy. We also really like Danny. They're a strong competitor. They're a super personal person, so that that's a little wary going forward. But for now, like, the goal is to stay as Jovian strong as possible. Like, keep with Meredith and Jeff, even though things are a little quieter on that end, and make Amanda feel comfortable. Because even though I've loved like all the conversations I've had with her, just like non-game related, super sweet person. The worry of her flipping back to Lazar is just so high right now, especially kind of with the numbers being as close as they are. And also they took out Carrie, so like, what incentive do we have to keep her? So that's where things are kind of sitting. Ryan said that it sounds like everyone wants to work with me, so I'm in my Trinica era, and hopefully that sticks around for now. We'll see.
So tribal went just as we thought. Unfortunately, Josh had to be the one to go. And then even after, I know we all kind of had a plan for that, but even after, I think we're all kind of still shaking in our boots, waiting to see if he had a hidden immunity. Apparently, he might still have one. We don't know. He didn't say anything when he left. I don't know if he could say anything. Right now, the last challenge felt really good about that. I feel like I crushed that mains, so I'm really excited. I feel like that put me in a good place on the tribe, just as at least a stronger competitor, maybe not the strongest, which is always good. Don't want to be a threat. I haven't been able to really look for hidden immunities myself. I really haven't seen anybody else go off and look for hidden immunities, so there could be some more. There could be some curses, who knows. But right now, I think we're all still trying to stay Jovian strong, especially if there's a merge coming. I think if we look at the other team, they have a little bit more like strength than us, a little more endurance. So we definitely want to have the numbers going into a merge. I think we'll have them too. I'm not too worried just yet. I think we're all still kind of getting together and feeling good about each other. So unless I'm completely off and they're just going to blindside me next, but you know, whatever happens, happens. Yeah, I think.
Okay, so that last tribal, them giving us only 10 minutes to strategize really put me inside of my head, and I couldn't figure out what I was doing, but thankfully I ended up voting correctly. Unfortunately, I may have burned a couple bridges with Alex and Ryan. However, burning 2 bridges is still better than burning, 5 others. So I can finally do math. If we had lost this last one, I'm hoping that it would be Amanda, but I've got to keep on my toes about maybe Ryan putting my name out. Hopefully he understands that I kind of just went off of different social cues and voted with where my gut was telling me to vote with, and he understands that we still need each other going into a swap or a merge. I think if one of us is gone, the other group is going to go for the other big guy on the team, so it would be smart of Ryan to keep me around and not put my name out there. But you never know with these games. Who knows if Ryan might also know somebody on the other side and he thinks he's good either way. I don't know. He doesn't really reveal a whole lot game-wise. As soon as we met up, I had a brief talk. He was like, hey, this is post-tribal. He was like, hey, I don't want anyone thinking that we're too close. We can talk later. I was like, what? So if that's any indication of anything, that tells me he's not too happy right now. Alex hasn't really said anything to me either. I think part of me wants to build rapport with Amanda, just in case we win this next one and there is a swap. We can't have Amanda go into the other side, so maybe I might try throwing the next one. Who knows? I can't guarantee that outcome, because I like feeling safe rather than getting my hands dirty too soon. I think that's it.
Well, I'm glad to still be here after the last tribal that we had. it was really interesting because everything was still in flux and vague lines had been drawn before tribal, so I truly didn't know if the people were going to stick with me that said that they were going to stick with me. So I'm glad that they did, and we got Josh out, so I'm very happy about that. We don't know if Josh had a curse or an idol. We know he had an advantage or a clue to one, so hopefully it just went out with him. It seemed like he was trying to decide at council to play something or not, but I could just be reading into nerves. But I'm really glad that it stuck around. Amanda and Ryan voted for me, so hopefully it turns out that we go to tribal again and we can just get Amanda out, since that'll be kind of an easier vote, hopefully, since she came from the other tribe. But I mean, it's interesting now that the lines are drawn and we kind of have at least some idea of where people stand, but who knows if that'll last longer than another challenge. The immunity challenge we just did was a lot of fun. It was actually one that, or part of it I'd seen on last season, so it was interesting. I thought I had some inside information that one of the holes on the inside was smaller, but it turns out that's not the case. But I was at least able to give some advice to my team beforehand, and we were able to win, so that's good. Yeah, it's been an interesting 3 days, but it's been a lot of fun, so we'll see. Hopefully I stick around for longer.
So tribal, I was anticipating to be all over the place, just based on what I was told. And the last word I heard was a toss-up between Josh and Meredith, and most people told me Meredith, so I went with Meredith. Unanimous vote for, well, not unanimous, almost unanimous vote for Josh, which I would have been fine with, because I told the people that I wanted to work with, them, and I'd be fine with that, but they didn't, I guess they didn't believe me, so it doesn't look good that I voted for Meredith up there too. So I am severely on the bottom. It is not a good feeling, so gonna have to see what's up. I did have a couple people that I wanted to work with come up and talk to me after, Alex and Lena, but it was kind of like the classic, I think you're good, we love you. Doesn't sound that great for me going forward here. Really surprised that Jeff didn't tell me, because we were bonding. His best interest in mind, and told both Alex and Jeff that I heard their names, and they didn't help me out with the vote. So it kind of feels crappy that I'm completely honest with people and then it's not reciprocated, but welcome to Survivor. I'm 100% open to working with the other tribe now. Like, it's like, when you're so honest with people, like I was very blatant with who I was trying to work with and what I heard, and then they tell you these things after and even before. Like, I don't think it was ill-intentioned from Jeff, but like, he used us being like the big guys on the tribe and his kid and making fun of him not getting it to merge, and then I tell him everything and then he doesn't help me out with what's going on. It's kind of just like, so what do you expect to happen? So obviously, welcome to the party, Ryan. People lie in Survivor. My number one downfall, being too trusting yet again. So yeah, definitely open to it. If we can win this one and then see what happens, I'm gonna have to talk to Amanda, because she's the only person that I voted with correctly on the last one. And I mean, the way it's shaping up right now, if we get to merge or something, might be able to play the middle a little bit to go deep. I was thinking about there could potentially be a 3-tribe swap in 3 tribes of 5, which would be pretty savage. So I kind of want something to happen, because I'm probably gonna need a lifeline, and I think the group of people I wanted to be with replaced me with someone else, so that's not a great feeling either. I also think Natalie is a savage. She's like the crocodile that comes up, bites her head off, and then disappears. So I think she's playing pretty well, and will probably be an issue down the road. But gotta get some agency first, because right now I am a lonely lad. So let's see what's up.
So we just finished our 5th immunity challenge and we won. We were behind on literally every part of the challenge, even the final one, but Natalie came in clutch and was able to communicate very well with our team. We solved the puzzle, boom. And honestly, thank God, because we have an easy vote on our tribe with Amanda now not having immunity from this abduction curse, and it seems like everybody is on the same page to vote for Amanda at the next tribal council. They took out Carrie, so we're gonna take out Amanda. Her pitch has been that she has allies on the other side that she can like bring in to be numbers with us, but I was like, that's not a reason for me to want to keep you. And she's also been really implementing the Sandra strategy of like, oh, anybody but me, I just want to be in the alliance, I just want to be a majority, I just want to do this. That doesn't feel very committal to me, or it doesn't feel like the way I would have done it if I was like swapped onto a tribe that I didn't know people for, but I don't knock her for trying. She's playing hard. Like, I love Amanda outside of this game, but in the game, I think she really scares me. She's a savvy player. She stirred up chaos at Jovian. This has been such a, like, calm tribe, so I'm going to keep the waters as calm as possible, because when I do make my ripple, I want to splash out of the pool and onto everybody else, not onto me. I think moving forward, what I really want to accomplish is I'm really hoping that Mojo is good on the other tribe. Mojo and I played Survivor BC and Survivor BC All-Stars together. That is my number one. That is my ride or die. I will be hooking up with him when we get to a swap or a merge, and he has mouthed to me that he is on the bottom of that other tribe. So it's always like a double-edged sword when I win. I'm like, oh fuck, like I'm safe, but like Mojo's not safe. Or like he wins, like he's safe and I'm not. So I feel like I'm constantly trying to think of ways in which we're both still going to be in this game. Literally last night, I did not go to sleep until I heard a British accent from the other camp. Like, until I knew he was good, like, was super nervous. So I think I am going to continue with the alliance that I have of Lena, myself, Natalie, Alex, and Meredith. That's like a core 5 that I feel good with over here. And then I feel like Mojo would be somebody I instantly have, and I know Angela from another game that she was on prod for, and I know she's a savvy game player, and she's also somebody that's played live games before. So as somebody that's also played, I hope that that won't be a target later on, and having more people that I know have played games in the game will help me camouflage my threat level in order to get to the end. I do, however, worry about the other people on my tribe, Ryan, Amanda, and Jeff. Jeff is like a very easy-going, go-with-the-flow type of guy. So, love him. But is he really committed to us, or is he like just everybody's friend in the vote, just he's never Jeff? Ryan, we told the vote was Meredith because Josh said Ryan and him were close. So we didn't want Ryan to tip Josh off. And then Amanda, we didn't tell her because Amanda and Josh were always together. So I worry about Ryan and Amanda feeling on the outs. Amanda should feel that way, but Ryan should not. So I've just been trying to reassure him today, having conversations with him, talking to him more about the game, and really just building my relationships in this time. This is my time to get these people onto my side, get them to like me, get them to laugh a little, and hey, if they're doing that and I have a fun time around camp, then they could keep me. But I am just trying to position myself in the best possible spot where I am not the head that's sticking above water, because that will just get lopped off. And I think I'm the queen, and I'm going to tell them when it's time to be off with their heads.
So last tribal, I really didn't know what was happening. The 2 names that were thrown out were both names people had told me to vote for. I do kind of think Josh was always the choice. I was told Meredith. That's who I voted for. I do think it's to throw me off. So I feel like it's to make me think that they're not all aligned, because I still very much think that's what's happening. So we'll have to see. I'm trying to make some moves here. I'm hoping we win and I don't have to go to that. I'm very excited for if a merge is coming soon. I think that I could still reconnect. I know I was only there for a day, but I think some of those connections could be rekindled. I've seen nothing of idols. I haven't seen anyone even looking. I don't know if they found it before I got here or what, but I would be so thrilled if we win this and then there's a merge. That would be great.